Back. An exhibit honoring the players that broke Major League Baseball's color line is open at Emerson College. Barrier Breakers from Jackie to Pumpsie. It's a traveling exhibit from the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City in partnership with Emerson's Office of the Arts, the Red Sox, the City of Boston, Meet Boston, and the Boston Public Library. And joining us today is Pamela Kinn. She's Vice President, Community Alumni and Player Relations for the Boston Red Sox, and Frank Jordan, Special Advisor to the Red Sox. Hi, welcome today. Frank, what is this exhibit all about?
Actually, the exhibit tells the story of the Black and Latin players that integrated Major League Baseball. And our history books only talk really about Jackie Robinson. But when Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in 1947, there were 4 other players that year that integrated Major League teams, like Larry Doby in Chicago, like Hank with the Dodgers, William with the American League St. Louis Browns, and others, and Dan Bankhead that played with the Brooklyn Dodgers. 5 other men total broke the color barrier in 1947.
All in the same year?
All the same, within weeks and months of each.
And you're right, Frank, a lot of us don't know that. But Pam, I want to ask you, share with us why the Red Sox place in that timeline of integration of baseball isn't exactly one that the franchise is proud of.
Yes, for sure. I mean, just in the title alone of the exhibit, as you mentioned, Barrier Breakers from Jackie to Pumpsie, Pumpsie being the last one. And that was Elijah Pumpsie Green, who didn't break the color barrier with the Red Sox until 1959, 12 years after Jackie Robinson broke it with the Brooklyn Dodgers. So certainly something, not a shining moment in our past, but Pumpsie Green did break the color barrier and was a wonderful player, a great infielder. And we are proud to have him as a member of our alumni and our organization.
Now, I understand the Red Sox actually had a chance to get Jackie Robinson. And our friend Ted Reinstein from Chronicle has actually written a book about that. Everybody has to pick it up. We passed on Jackie Robinson. Pam, crazy, huh?
Well, wouldn't it have been amazing to have Jackie Robinson be a member of the Boston Red Sox? I think that would have been a special time in Red Sox history, but it
is what it is.
It is not the case, yeah.
So Frank, tell us why Pumpsie Green has become such a big part of this history.
Because it's history. And that's what this exhibit does. It teaches us the true history of those men, those Latin players, those Black players that integrated. And he's a part of Boston's history. And that's why the Red Sox has played a valuable role in getting this exhibit to Boston. Also, the Red Sox played a valuable role in getting the same exhibit to Los Angeles last year. And it was in Los Angeles in December, January, February.
So kudos to the Red Sox. Kudos to the Red Sox for supporting this exhibit. You know, Frank, I want to ask you, the Negro Leagues had amazing players in a time of segregation. You just ticked off quite a few of the names there. What happened to the Negro Leagues as the teams began to integrate? What was it like for the first Black players in the majors also?
Well, let me add another tidbit and I'll answer your question. There were also 3 Black women that played with the Negro Leagues, and they played against the men.
One of them was named Toni Stone, the first in 1953. How did she get that opportunity? And was she accepted by the fans?
Actually, she was a great player. They discovered her, she played, and they drove massive crowds. And those teams was owned by Black businesses, Black men and women. And there was another player whose name was Connie Morgan, who played in 1954.
So
there was a
Frank, what happened to the Negro Leagues though, as the majors began to become more integrated?
Well, they took their best players, and therefore their ability to pull a crowd had diminished. And as they say, what was good for history and good for society socially brought destruction to those communities that depended on the Negro Leagues for income.
You know, Pam, I want to again congratulate the Red Sox for supporting this exhibit. You know, the Red Sox organization of today and the Fenway experience for players and the fans has changed too. What has the team done to change and improve its reputation?
Yes, as soon as this ownership group took over 2 decades ago, they had very few goals in mind, big goals: to win a World Series championship, to active participants in the community, and to make Fenway Park a warm and welcoming environment for everybody. And to do so internally inside the ballpark, we celebrate diversity, we promote diversity, and we also have a zero tolerance policy for anything that combats that, any hate speech, any racist language. We have a zero tolerance policy, and that's what we have done inside the park. Outside the park, we try to get out into the community and let people know that the Red Sox are their team.
Frank, we're going to let you close out. Give us one fact that people will be surprised to discover when they see this exhibit.
Actually, they're going to see more than that. But more than that, they got to go. Take your time, read the bios, take pictures with those players, share them with your friends, and please go to the exhibit. It will be at Emerson College, 118 Boston, until August 4th, Monday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
All right, it's all good. Please go. Please go check it out. Frank Jordan, Pamela Ken, thank you for joining us again. Barrier Breakers is on display at Emerson College through August 4th, and admission is free, and it's open now.